things about Odiseo is the way so many components are integrated into this magnificent show. One of those components, of course, is the music. We're talking with Eric, and Eric, you only have 4 musicians and a singer performing all the music for this entire show. What a big sound. How do you get that kind of sound out of such a small group?
Well, we had to figure it out at first, and we had to find which instrument will be the best to react and interact with the horses. And of course we had like the full percussion, drums and all, and the violin can very follow what's going on stage. So it was a good pick of the composer Michel back in the days, so when we did it. And sometimes of course we have a few tracks to help us because we don't have a full choir with us on stage. But yeah, I think it's a very good band we have right now.
Well, it's spectacular, especially when you do consider the volume of the sound and the encompassing of the sound. It's so amazing. It fills the entire tent. How long have these guys been together now?
The show's running since 2011. I'm there from the creation, Eric on double bass too. They joined us like 3 years ago.
Okay, now who are the gentlemen down here as we go down the line here?
We have Louis Pierre on violin, Serge on guitar, and Eric on double bass.
Okay, very, very talented bunch. And you play the drums, and I think, you know, what you've told me is that you guys perform live because you have to. You can't have any recorded tracks as far as your performance.
Yeah, we try, but you cannot follow what's going on stage, you know, with tracks. If one horse decides one night he doesn't get his candy and he doesn't want to do a trick, for example, he can do whatever on stage, so we have to follow it. It's not like the MP3, for example, won't follow it. So we have to be focused and keep going with the horse every night.
So really the music does change because you guys are watching big screens and monitors, so you know what's going on stage, and that way you have to adjust many times your performance to match what's going on.
Yeah, it's because if we are in the side of the stage, we're not in the center, so of course I don't have the 3D dimension kind of view on stage, so we have a screen to see what's going on, and it's very fun because sometimes I told you, like when I look at it, sometimes I realize, I know it's not a game, it's a show. I need to look at sometime on stage to feel the energy. So it's because we are doing a show like we record an album every night. It's not like a steady gig on stage, you do your rock song in a bar or whatever. For us it's very, how can I say, it's very feel-full when you finish a show like that. It's so big.
Well, the guys have been playing a little bit quietly while we do this interview, but we're going to step aside right now. And Eric, if you guys want to go ahead and perform, and we'll watch one of your magical performances, and then we'll talk about the CD they have for sale in just a minute. In the meantime, here they go. There we go, folks. These 4 gentlemen make all the wonderful music for the show every single time they perform. And again, they have to watch what's going on. It's not just as simple as playing. They have to play and pay attention on screens as to what's going on in the show. And that's how talented these guys are. They're not just musicians, they are true performers. And the music, of course, one of the major things about Odiseo that you can actually take home with you. They have a CD, and by the time you end up watching the show, guys, you're going to want this CD because the music, as you can tell, is absolutely captivating. It's just absolutely amazing, and it does fill the entire tent. So when you come, you want to be sure you leave with the Odiseo soundtrack from these 4 gentlemen back here. All right.
You can see